This is gonna look strange, but just want to do this before my video starts, even though I'm doing it after, as you can tell by the night time. But the magic of cameras and editing. But just want to say, what do I think of this week's Champions League format now the group stage is complete? Well, I'm still split in the middle. I think the new format, yes, 8 games, bigger teams facing each other just once rather than going home and away, has been good. It has been refreshing. And going into the last game, there was some jeopardy in that, and not knowing like who would maybe get knocked out, who would drop into the playoffs, and who would automatically get through. But it's got a long way to go. I do think a lot of it has been tilted in favour of the bigger teams, because there's 36 now. And yes, Club Brugge would normally get battered and be out in bottom of their group when it was the 6-team group, but they were above Man City before going into that game, and they just made the playoffs, I believe. But yeah, it is still tilted towards the status quo in Europe, more money for them, and it's not really jeopardy when teams are falling into the playoffs. I do agree with what Craig Hope said, where top 16 are through and the bottom 20 are out, and that's jeopardy, because then you're risking your place, aren't you? You could go out and not get in the knockouts, but when teams have got that safety net and then they still possibly could get through, yeah, it is still favoured in that way. So I am still in two minds. It's been good, but there's a long way to go for it to prove itself. Yeah, there was a lot of goals on that final round of group games. We watched it in York at the Old Bank, but yeah, jury's still out. We'll wait and see. Welcome back, part 2 of my Fulham preview. So just getting straight into it, injury news. Jamal Lascelles still out with a knee injury. He's meant to be back in February, which is tomorrow. Callum Wilson was a hamstring. Eddie Howe says he's been in training and he's a few sessions, but not all of them, and he's not expected to play this week. So I might likely see Wilson reintroduced from the bench or starting if it's not Asula against Birmingham City next week in the 4th round of the FA Cup down at St Andrews. And then the last one was obviously Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes is still 2 to 3 weeks away, Eddie Howe said, and he was a thigh injury. 5th, they are after Fulham's 1-0 defeat and Newcastle's 3-1 win at Southampton. Fulham obviously losing to Man U by the 1 goal. Lissandro Martinez scoring that deflected one from the outside of the box. Are 8 points clear of Fulham. Newcastle on 41 points, Fulham on 33. So it's good results. Now, obviously, we want Man U to lose, but if they can't and the results can go your way, a 1-0 defeat for Fulham wasn't a bad thing. Newcastle can now open the gap up on Fulham to 11 points with a win. Now, I think it will be a tough game. Of course it will. Fulham are a good team. They comfortably beat Wood down there at Craven Cottage. One of our worst performances ever, along with obviously Bournemouth in our last home game and Brentford. And at the time, ironically, talking about Fulham, when we played them down there and I couldn't go there, we went for a mate's birthday in York on the 21st of September, and that's when Newcastle were awful, but we had a good day out there. And yes, the irony is I was in York this week, so that's why I've been a bit quiet. Been training staff who work in our department who are new in this work area. Was a bit of an irony coming up to this Fulham game, considering last time I was down there was when we lost to Fulham. But going into news against Fulham, injury news, just the 3. Reece Nelson is out with a hamstring injury. Alex Tete is out with a knee injury, and Harry Wilson is out with a foot injury. Now that's good news for us, as Harry Wilson's one of their top scorers. Harry Wilson's got 5 goals when I've had a check. Alex Iwobi's on 7 and Raul Jimenez is on 8. So they show who Fulham's main threats are. And looking at some of our recent head-to-head stats, again, I love a stat. In the last 5 games, Newcastle United have won 5, drew none and lost 1, which was that obvious defeat at Craven Cottage. In Eddie Howe's last 11 games against Marco Silva, he's won 6, drew 1 and lost 4. In our last 10 matches against Fulham, we've won 7, drew 2 and lost 1. And then going on to Newcastle United's last 33 games against Fulham, we have won 15, drew 5, lost 13. So if you look at it from that perspective, it is a pretty even set of results against a very good team. Because if we remember back to the earlier Premier League years where we used to win a lot at home, but then would lose a lot down at Craven Cottage when we couldn't win down in London. I've just got to emphasise that them results there, where we've won 15, drew 5 and lost 13, is Premier League only. Newcastle United St James's Park record against Fulham is 1-8, drew 5 and lost 4 out of 17 games. So tomorrow will be the 18th Premier League encounter at St James's Park. And out of the last 5 games, Newcastle United have won, lost and won. And Fulham have been a bit inconsistent. The drew, lost, won, lost. So how tomorrow will go? Well, I think Newcastle United will win. As I always do, I always say this, but we're at home. We've got back to winning ways. Eddie Howe said today that the players have got it out the system. They wanted to right some wrongs, and they've started that with the win at Southampton. But to get the home defeat to Bournemouth out of a system, I think that Newcastle United are going to go again. And well, Fulham are a good team, and we haven't been keeping as many clean sheets lately. I think we'll get back to clean sheet ways, and we'll go for the jugular. And I'm going 3-0 Newcastle United. So I am confident. I think the team tomorrow will be pretty much the same. It'll be Dubravka, Tino, Shaw, Byrne. He'll probably keep his place. Hall, then it'll be Joe Linton, Tonali, Bruno, Isak, Gordon, Murphy. So that's my predictions for tomorrow's game. Now I just want to go a few more things before I wrap this up. There's been a few nominations coming through. Now if you go on to X, and the club have shared them as well, and vote for Martin Dubravka. He's up for 2 votes. He's got a Premier League Save of the Month against one against Wolves and the other against Southampton. A couple others, Alexander Isak again has got Goal of the Month nomination, so vote for him. And as I always say, I will back Eddie Howe here, vote for Eddie Howe to be Manager of the Month. But in all honesty, if it's going to go to a manager who deserves it, it'll probably go to Andoni Iraola, because he just continues to show how good he is of a manager. And after he beat us, they've went and thrashed Forest 5-0. So yeah, vote for Eddie Howe, but if you're going with your head, it would be Iraola, who I think deserves it. But again, I like to always back our own club, our own manager, our own players. And just got to also congratulate Alexander Isak on winning the Salah Player of the Month for the 3rd month in a row. So well done, Alex. Keep up the good form. And I think Newcastle United will get back to winning ways tomorrow. That's 2 wins. All the confidence be soaring. And then we're taking into Wednesday in a huge game against Arsenal. But to sound like Eddie Howe and a broken record, for now, we've just got to concentrate on tomorrow. Look to get the win. And then if the win happens, Wednesday will take care of itself when we play Arsenal at St James's Park. But for now, I've done a little bit of an estate tour the day, East Benton Rise. There's a new co-op down the road, go and try it out. It's for everyone on the estate, but a lot of people had the vouchers through the door. Just down there, the old Petite Station Road, just a little scan. But now I'm walking up to the top to go to the gym. If you ever see us, if you do watch the channel, I do normally go to JD Gym at either Sharmoor or the old Mega Bowl up here on Whitley Road, top of Station Road, Wallsend. So if you do watch the channel, don't be frightened to come over and say hello. I am friendly. And I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there on Wednesday. And then I am going to Birmingham next week as well. So do say hello if you do see us, if you do watch the channel. It's always good to chat to people. And just got to say, over there, one of my mates lives. Hi, Sean. He's got a balcony, unlike Bill and Tracy, and they all went to Bournemouth. They booked a hotel for a balcony. Sean and Si didn't. They didn't get a balcony. Sean and Si did. So if you know Closey, just say, how's your balcony, mate? Don't give us a yellow card, by the way. They're reserved for Richie. But anyway, for now, thank you everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy your Friday nights. Sleep well. And I'll see you all tomorrow after the game. And hopefully we are talking about 3 points for Newcastle United, because if Forest do drop points in the early kickoff at home to Brighton, well, if it's a point, we can't go above them. But if we do lose, well, good news is Newcastle United could go third because City don't play Arsenal at the Emirates until Sunday, on Super Sunday. I'm going to go to the gym and have a good Friday night. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye for now.